What is going on, everybody? My name's Sneaky. Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you the top 6 Minecraft 1.16.4 shader packs that you can get today, and the links to them will be in the description. Basically, all these shader packs are not better than one another. I'm just here to showcase you all the ones that I think that are good, and yeah, and then you can choose from there. So make sure to stick to the end of the video, figure out what shaders you want. Okay, so the first shader is, let's go ahead and see. So Bsl Shaders. Bsl is one of my favorites, actually, and it just makes a lot of lights more vibrant, I think. Yeah, like when it's day, it's really bright, and obviously you can change that in the shader settings. So if you go down here to shaders options, you can change all of that basically, and each of these shaders have their own settings. And here's what the glass looks like. So it is really cool. The water down here, it kind of doesn't look like water unless you're really looking at it, but I mean, it still looks really cool, and in real life water is clear, so I mean, hey. So it looks like real water too, so it looks really cool. We can go over here to where the beach part is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The thing about this shader though is I'm getting like 80 FPS when I usually get like 200, so if you're running on like not that good of hardware, then you might not be able to run this shaders without turning down the settings. All right, the next one, let's go ahead and go to shaders, is Chocopic. Chocopic is really good. It's really lightweight. I'm getting like 150 FPS right now. The water is one of my favorites, actually, because it has like a slight teal like tint to it. Like, it's not hard to see anything. You can see like the god rays coming through the water. The sun's really bright, and the shadows on this one, I really like the way the shadows look. They're not too harsh. Yeah, they're pretty good. As you can see here, like there's a big shadow right here, and it just looks really realistic. Well, as realistic as Minecraft can get anyways. So Chocopic in low light with just like little light sources looks really cool, actually. So this is like a little thing that you can see like what the nether kind of looks like too. So it looks pretty, yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. So the next one is Cutest Shaders. Cutest Shaders is my absolute favorite shader pack because I really like how it's subtle, but it's still like really good, and I don't know how to explain it, but like it's really subtle how it works. Like, you don't really, okay, so this is Cuda, right? And then if I turn off the shaders, you can see like it is really subtle. The darks are a lot darker, but the lights are also a lot lighter, but it's in a way that's not super obvious that you're running a shader pack, and that's what I really like about it. By the way, guys, if you're wondering what server I'm on my server. It is a survival server, and the link to it will be, or the IP for it will be in the description down below. If you guys want to join that, you can go ahead and go to /spawn. Look at the water with Cutest Shaders. See, the water with Cutest Shaders is one of my favorites because it's like blue, and you can tell that it's water from afar. It looks really good, especially on like reflections. Underneath of it is really blue. I'm pretty sure you can change the color of the water in the settings. So if you go to shaders options, let's see, environment. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so I don't think it's in Cutest Shaders that you can change the color of the water, but I know some of the shaders you can. But yeah, I really like the water in Cutest Shaders. I really like how subtle it is. You can't really like tell that it's a shader at first glance, and that's what I really like about it. But then you look harder and you can see shadows, and it's also really lightweight, so you won't see like a huge dip in FPS. The next shader is Oceano. Now, Oceano is really hard for me to run for some reason, and like as you can see, there's motion blur, but you can turn that off. So if you go to shaders, shader options, and then post-processing, motion blur, you can turn it off, and basically that will eliminate the motion blur. But as you can see, it is really choppy for me. I don't know if you can tell, but I can definitely feel it. You have to have a pretty good computer to run this shader. We go down here to where the water is. The water is very blue, and I don't know if I like it. It's almost like holographic in a way. See what the underneath looks like. The underneath is very different because like the top of the water obviously does not look like it does inside. And I think that could be fixed in the future with this shader pack. But I mean, it is a really good shader if this is like your kind of thing. So yeah, the link The link to this, as well as all of them, will be in the description, like I said at the beginning. Let's go ahead and go over to Zeus shaders. Now, Zeus is also one of my favorites. The one thing I don't like about it, though, is that it kind of desaturates everything to make it look more like real life. And it also has motion blur. So post-processing settings, motion blur off. Back, as you can see, we have a viewer right here. Yeah, it's also one of my favorites just because the lighting is really nice. It's not too harsh. The shadows are really nice as well. The water is really nice, but it also looks kind of muddy. Like, it has depth to it, which I really like about it. So going underneath, as you can see, it is like kind of muddy, kind of hard to see through, but it also looks really cool. Okay, for the last but not least shader, Shaders. Shaders is my main one. It's like the main texture pack that I use, or the main shader pack that I use. It's more lightweight. It's more lightweight than Oceano and Zeus. I really like the way the water looks with like the tealish look. When you go underneath, it looks really cool, really water-like. If we go over here to the spawn, as you can see, like the glass, you can still tell that it's there, like but it's still like really nice in my opinion. Like, I don't know if it has, yeah, it does have reflections, as you can see. Also, the thing that I noticed with Shaders, if I change the weather to rain, it'll start raining. It's not changing to rain. Oh, wait, storm. Okay, so I did just change it to storm, so it should start storming. Should it not? There we go, there's rain falling down now. So as you can see, there's like little spots on my screen. And after a while, you'll start to see like water actually on top of blocks, which is really, really cool. So if we just wait here a second, see if we can see it on top of blocks. A really cool thing, since I just changed the weather to storm, you go to Zeus shaders, and a lot of these shaders actually have it too. You can actually see puddles like on the blocks when it's raining, when it's storming, and it looks really, really, really nice. If you have the extreme version of Shaders, that it will also do the same thing. Oceano, let's see if it does it too. The Oceano, it also does it, but it doesn't have like the effects of the water like hitting the block. Let's go to Cutest Shaders. Cutest Shaders is one of my favorite. It also has it, but it's also really spotty, so it looks more realistic. This is why I really like Cutest Shaders, because it's subtle at the same time it's not. You know what I mean? But yeah. So just to keep in mind that like there are certain good features, obviously with Cuda, as well as with the other shaders. There's really, really good features in some of them that you won't get in other ones, but it's really just up to you to decide which one you want. So yeah, that's what this video is for. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this type of video and you want to see more, make sure to let me know in the description, or I keep saying this, I said this on my last video. In the comments, I mean, not description. What's wrong with me? But yeah, have a good day. I love you all. Goodbye.